Press the start stream button. We'll see what it is. Pardon the yawn. Alright, looks like we're live. Does it sound like we're live?
Alright, looks like
It does indeed. So hello people of the internet. I am Soulrat Dragon, and we're back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are going to continue the Heian-Kyo event. Story chapter. That's what it is. It's a story chapter, not an event. But before we truly begin, I do ask that you, if you are watching this on YouTube, please drop a like and subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. But, I misspelled that. Hang on. Just a quick stream thing. I missed a simple A. There we go. Alright, master mission wise, done one of the weeklies, but nothing really much. And nothing new really here. Some more ice. And then it's just the login stuff, because it hasn't been that long. I didn't stream yesterday just because I was just too exhausted. Oh, I guess the French can't play this update yet. That sucks. But, yeah, I think without further ado, no dilly-dallying, no him-hawing, let's just jump right in. So I do believe we are on Section 4. I was right. So, Section 4, Steel Diaries, the first half. This is going to get us quartz, some more thread, and another pure prism. And I think the squad I've been using should work. Yeah, this squad should be perfectly fine here. So let's jump in. Steel Diaries, the first half. Still nighttime. Though that might change today shortly here. No. As the moon sets, the clouds part, revealing a clear sky, beginning to lighten. Very nice. There's just something about our stories that really speaks to me. Is she a master? They make me feel like I'm a character in them myself, experiencing life in that palace. But I can't get behind using them for politics. That's just cruel of Michi. I mean, Lord Michinaga. Writers should be free to write what they want. I don't think people can really do their best work when it's just for themselves. I think that only happens when they're trying to live up to others' hopes for them. And I'm sure it's no different for her either. I think she's putting everything she's got into writing more stories to make Lord Michinaga and Lady Shoshi happy. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. There are times when that is true, and there are times when it is not. Stories, huh? Yep, an unfinished story. I know Kuroko's journey isn't anywhere near close to over, and I don't want it to end here and now. I want to make sure she's writing her best story right up to the very end. Story just for her that only she can write. She is a master. This is Babbage, isn't it? You need not worry. The act of storytelling is very similar to the act of following one's dreams, finding inspiration in great poetry, and weaving one's own world. She will see it through to the end. I am certain of it. Huh? Really? You seem awfully well informed. Indeed, I am. My own friends were great poets with similar inclinations. Yep, totally Babbage. Because it's Caster. It's only in this Grail War, so. The city of Kyo, where monsters, evil spirits, and Oni run rampant. Of late, such foul creatures have even been prowling even the city's main roads. Now, something even stranger has been spotted, walking Kyo's streets at night. A great, hulking beast that towers over the average person. A steel monster. Indeed, the metallic glint of the beast's body under the moon's pale rays resembled nothing so much as steel. Truly, the beast, with its eerie glowing red eyes, made for a terrifying sight as it wandered the deserted streets. Hey, Mordred, welcome to the stream. How'll be things. The people of Kyo cowered in fear of this beast, convinced it would devour them if given the slightest chance. Even though no remains of the beast's meals, human or otherwise, were ever found. The end. Excerpt from a diary. And there you have it.
Lately there have been a number of rumors about a steel monster supposedly walking the main roads at night.
Steel, huh?
Indeed, I am unsure what this means. No citizen of Kyo has actually seen the creatures themselves, yet the rumors continue to spread. Should it prove to be no more than a rumor, then we can cease our worrying. However, these rumors did begin only a few days ago, almost at the same time as...
the Imperial Holy Grail War.
Yes, exactly.
Steel, huh? So this thing's using steel to armor its entire body. If that's true, that's a hell of a thing. Steel's been used to make weapons since pretty much forever, even back in the Age of Gods with Susanoo no Mikoto. Even now they say the sword that was used to kill Orochi was made of steel, and it's being kept in a shrine somewhere now. But that was then and this is now. And while I know whole lot of things are different nowadays, I never heard of anything like that even as far south as Hakata. Which basically means there's nothing like it in all Japan or China for that matter. I'm guessing it's probably just a monster with tougher skin than usual. I mean, it's not like we're talking about the Setsu armor here.
The Setsu armor. That's Kentoki's armor, isn't it?
Oh?
The golden huge bear.
What's that? Oh, did I say something weird when I was talking to myself? Sorry about that. Didn't realize you were listening. I was just running my mouth figuring you wouldn't know what I was talking about. Anyway, just forget you heard that. That was, well, it's one of the Genji's most secret secrets, and I'll get in a heap of trouble if they find out I let an outsider know about it. So please, just forget I said anything.
I didn't hear anything. Did you, Danzo? Right. I neither heard nor recorded anything. We heard you say armor of steel could not possibly exist. No more. Indeed, even several hundred years from now, in the Age of War wherein I myself lived, steel armor was extremely rare sight. I've never heard of such a thing being made in Japan. The only sets that existed were imported from foreign lands.
Hey, Andy, welcome to the stream. Happy things. Like China.
No, like the countries in the South Sea.
Countries in the South Sea. Oh! So, down in the south, there are actual countries out on the sea.
I suppose that is technically what my phrasing suggests, but that is not generally what is meant, no. I was actually talking about foreign lands from much further. Western lands, to be exact.
You agree with non-important people.
Yeah, it really wouldn't say... Like, I'm pretty sure this is still the time when... Actually, I don't know when... You know, now that this is mentioned, I have no idea when Japan stopped going with the flat Earth hypothesis. We learn about when Western society, you know, stopped doing it, but I cannot say I know when Japan did. I have absolutely no clue. Or all the Eastern nations, for that matter. Counter with regeneration. True, they are on the sea.
Nope, I don't get it. But wherever these places are, I guess not even Hakata trades with them. Anyway, make sure you chew your rice thoroughly, Soul.
What? You don't really need to chew rice. Am I wrong? Are you supposed to really chew rice that well? Rice is just so... You chew rice? I mean, I guess I chew it a little bit, like a bite or two, but that's mainly when I have, like, steak in my rice. I don't... It's kind of like cereal, where you can just sort of slurp it up, I feel. Also, I truly know that people stop believing in Flat Earth. True, there are still people that believe in Flat Earth.
You ain't touched your food in a while now. That ain't no way to show your appreciation to Lady Kuroko's servants for going out of their way to make rice for our breakfast. Now go on, eat up, and make sure you savor every bite. Nom 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 nom.
You bite ice cream? Andy, you have a mouth of steel. I couldn't... That just... I have great teeth, but biting... You both are mad lads! Biting ice cream? That's insanity!
That's more like it. Alright, Soul, I got something to tell you. You just keep on eating while I do the talking, okay? I want to talk about what we're gonna do about the Imperial Holy Grail War. To be honest, I don't know what I should do. I got the marks on my hand, but I never got a heroic spirit of my own. After a few long days of waiting, I thought you might be my servant, but then you said you're not. Instead, you're a master who's got nothing to do with the Imperial Holy Grail War. Anyway, putting all that aside, after hearing everything your friends at Chaldea had to say, I can't help but think this Imperial Holy Grail War thing doesn't pass the smell test.
Well, I'm at least decently heat resistant. I don't know about you guys, but I'm heat resistant fairly well. I don't really know I don't know the exact translation of Fahrenheit to Celsius, so I can't really brag at the temperatures I can withstand, but you know.
In fact, it reeks to high heaven of outright villainy. This Limbo guy, yeah? I always thought this ritual sounded pretty weird, but now I know it's this evil bastard's crazy schemes. A lot of things make sense. Your friend said to stop the ritual. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the right idea. There's no point in warriors who sworn to protect the country competing with each other like this.
I think it's Galileo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Galileo is the one that posited that the Earth was round. All I know is that whoever first posited it was sort of laughed out of the scientific community. Same thing with the Earth being the center of the universe. And everything rotating around us. Yeah.
Well, I guess the Imperial Palace decided otherwise, but who cares? They're morons. Anyway, there you go. I ain't about to dance to some evil bastards, too.
Lord Kentucky.
Whoa there, don't go falling for me now, you hear?
Oh, Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky. You know... Let's see, I'm actually opening Galileo up. Kentucky, did Donzo, I don't think Donzo would fall for you. Plus, you've already got Shootin, so I think you don't really want to, you don't really want to try, because I feel like Shootin might be a little bit possessive. I see you have a great sense of humor as well, Lord Kentucky. And as I am a puppet rather than a human being, I can assure you there's no need to worry about that.
Got it.
Did Lord Kentucky just avert his eyes from me a bit? Lord Kentucky?
Yeah?
Is there something I'm lacking? If there is, please say so. Heroic spirits are supposed to be summoned in their prime, but I'm afraid I'm still deeply flawed. Regrettably, it seems that even in my prime, as my various functions were plagued with many defects. I have thought about it a great deal, but the fact remains that my functions are still imperfect. If I have done anything to offend you, I would ask that you please let me know.
Right. Got it. Now, do you think you could maybe...
This is gonna be funny.
I hope.
Oh yeah, Kentucky is still... He is still a sweet summer child, I think, would be the most technical term. He's still very innocent. Oh, I see.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's great how your outfit's built for mobility. Oh no, he's clearly not dense! But when you get too close, it's a little hard to, know where to look. Catch my drift.
I see, is that how it is? You know, he's got a point, though. He's got a point. Donzo does rank pretty decently on the, waifu charts, I will say.
That's how it is. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind giving me some space, I'd appreciate it. Oh, hey, you're all done eating, Soul. Alright then. Now seems like a good time to tell you what I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna stop this Imperial Holy Grail War and whatever this Limbo bastard's up to. So I want you to think of me as one of your trusted companions, just like the rest of your team.
Thanks, Gintoki.
Right on!
I too am glad to have you on our team.
Alright, next we gotta figure out how we're gonna do that, right? Well, I'm thinking the fastest way to do it is to take down that Limbo scumbag since he's behind it all. You don't know where he is, do you?
No, I'm afraid not. We do think he must be somewhere in the Heian-Kyo, but even that is no more than a hunch.
Hey, nothing wrong with hunches. In my experience, they're right more often than they're not. Besides, it's not like we don't have any clues at all to go on, right? What'd you say this Limbo guy's other name was?
Yeah,
Doman.
good to know, Mordric. Good to know.
That's it. Lord Ashia Doman. He's the Onmyoji running the whole Onmyo Bureau in Lord Seme's absence. He's about as high up as higher-ups come. Rumor even has it he's the minister of the left's keener to listen to him than Lord Seme now. Danzo, I got a quick question for you.
Yes?
Would you recognize this guy if you saw him?
Yes, I would. Limbo and I have our own history of sorts, so I'm certain I could tell at a glance. Whether this Ashia Doman is the original living one from this time or Limbo.
Alright. We have our first objective. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Alright, next thought. We're smack in the middle of the Imperial Holy Grail War, yeah? And since it's this crazy huge ritual that requires every Onmyoju in the Bureau to work in to pull it off, all of those folks are gonna have to hunker down in the safest parts of the city. So I'm thinking if Lord Doman's gonna be anywhere, it'll be the Imperial Palace.
Back when I was gathering information, I took a look at the Imperial Palace at the end of Suzaku Avenue. Even though it's being rebuilt after a fire burnt part of it down, it has a strong temple-level bounded field, better than top-rate mage workshops. In fact, it could well be stronger than that, and I'm just not knowledgeable enough to see it.
Conventional methods.
We'll tour the place.
Yeah. The only way we're getting in there is through the front door and with a damn good reason.
Ah! Kuroko! Good morning, everyone. Oh my, I see you've all polished off your breakfasts. Would you care for another serving of rice? It wouldn't take any time at all to prepare.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Lady Kuroko.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to hearing men speak at such, volumes.
Andy. Da Vinci.
So then would you like seconds, yes? And very much so from the sounds of it. Very well, we're coming right up. Servants will be thrilled to know you're enjoying their cooking so much.
Oh yeah. Seconds would be great. Thanks. And while we're at it, we've got another favor to ask you too, Lady Kuroko.
No, I said Da Vinci as in the exception to that rule. Like, Da Vinci is a painter, and she's not... And I would say, honestly, Da Vinci is more well-known than Katsushika Hokusai, Vincent van Gogh, and Picasso. Oh yes, by all means, anything for honored guests. Indeed, you're all free to stay as long as you like. And if you have any special requests, I will gladly do what I can to grant them.
I knew the daughter of Lord Fujiwara no Tamatoki would hear us out. You proper nobles really know your manners. I hate to take advantage of that generous nature of yours, but it's for the greater good. Lady Kuroko, we do have a request to make of you. A big one.
Gintoki, calm.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Lord Gintoki, what were you thinking? Maybe like Kaoruko? I can't... Is that Kaoruko or Kaoroku? It's Kaoruko, isn't it? I keep missing it. The names are weird to my eyes. I've never seen these kind of names as often as I do in this.
It's not like I was trying to scare her. Sorry about that.
Murasaki. She's Murasaki, I don't care.
See, the truth is...
You wish to visit the Imperial Palace? I see. While I'm sure you already know this as a war of the Genji, I feel I must remind you that the Imperial Palace is home to His Imperial Highness, the Emperor. Only the highest rank officials may enter, and only for the purpose of discussing political decisions that affect all of Japan. The only exceptions are those who serve the Emperor, or Empress personally, such as myself, as I am one of Lady Shoshi's ladies-in-waiting. One cannot simply walk in as they like. Michelangelo, Leonardo... I don't remember what the full name is, but there's also a Donatello that's a famous painter. But of course, you already knew that when you made your request, didn't you?
Please, I'm begging you here.
Oh my, Lord Kentucky, please stop that. There's no need for you to bury your face in the floor. Tokeza, I've never seen a war of Lord Kentucky's caliber lower himself like this.
Please, we need your help. I promise we won't make any trouble for you. Well, I mean, not more than we're making now.
I mean, the only reason I say that, Andy, is because the 4 main Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have their name based off a famous painter. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael. They're all 4 famous painters. So, all the painters we got will be female. Not necessarily, I don't think, Mordred.
As long as it doesn't get back to the main Genji house, you can even use my name if you want. We just want to talk to Lord Ashaya Doman in the palace. So please, Karuko, help us out.
Lord Kentucky? Well, there may be a way. If I use your name when I ask Lord Michinaka, he may be willing to let you in. Still, I already owe Lord Michinaka many favors, and I'm a little reluctant to be deeper in his debt.
I don't want to ask you to do anything you're not comfortable with, Lady Karuko. If you can't help us, that's okay. We'll just lay low here until we come up with something else. Well, I guess we'll be making trouble for you either way, but...
Yes, that's true, isn't it? Alright, I understand. I understand very well now. At this point, owing Lord Michinaka a few more favors won't change anything, so I'll figure something out.
Okay. Hang on, I ain't hearing things right. Kaoruko just said she'd figure something out, right?
Why the sudden change of heart? I'm a little sus. I was a little uncertain of what to do since it was such a big request, but I'm not uncertain anymore. That's all. So while I'm uncertain how helpful I can be, I will do my best.
Awesome. Thanks, Kaoruko.
Thank you, Lady Kaoruko. We are in your debt.
Andy, we have a lot of European representation. Mainly Britain, though, I will admit, so... And a little bit of France.
You're welcome. At any rate, I will do everything in my power to get you inside the palace, but I'm still not certain Lord Michinaka will allow it. So if I'm unable to make that happen, I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, I don't know. I think you've got a pretty good shot. You're not just any lady-in-waiting after all. You're the Murasaki Shikibu. I'm sure the Minister of the Left remembers who you are. I mean, from what I've heard, everyone in the whole palace reads your stories.
We should not say that you're in the middle of working on, though. That's a bad thing. The last few servants in JP have all been Asian. I honestly don't know. I've not been keeping up on the JP servant side of things personally. Yes, that's right. Don't tell me you've read it, haven't you? No, wait, I'd love to know what you think. I mean, I'd really love to know what you think, but if you say anything I'm not ready to hear, I don't know what I'll... But never mind that. You need permission to enter the palace, right? Then leave it to me. I'll do the very best I can to get you in. It seems that authors have very, difficulties of their own.
Sure looks that way. I can't even imagine what it's like for him. Of course, this is my first time meeting a storytelling genius. Writing stories is basically like looking in on entire lives unfolding in completely different places, and describing them one word at a time, yeah? That's a whole different, story from just recording some numble's accomplishments, or rumors about some warrior.
That was actually a very good way to describe writing a story.
It ain't all like keeping a diary either. I think it was Kyoko who said writers pick and choose whatever they like from real events, rumors, journals, dreams, and so on. And then they weave all those different elements together into a single story. So you start with just words, and when you're done, you've got a whole vision of other world different from the one we live in. Man. I bet both reading and writing things like that is gonna be a ton of fun.
Andy, we did get a Spanish servant recently, though. I think at least it was this year, I want to say. But yeah, we did get a Spanish servant this year, in JP at least. And again, I'm pretty sure it was this year. Thank you for waiting. Lord Michinaka has agreed to grant you entry to the palace tomorrow morning, though only briefly. Now come on. Now come, we must leave right away.
That's great, Karuko. Thanks a ton. Come on, Soul, I know you're sleepy, but it's time to get going.
Just a nap. Just took a quick nap. Here, Master, I brought you a damp towel. Perhaps it will help wake you up. That is actually a good way to wake up, is wiping your face off.
Feeling more awake now? I know it's been a while since we had dinner, and you must be pretty tired, but you'll just have to suck it up. Excuse me. Anyway, I gotta say it was pretty smart of you to get us right in around daybreak, Karuko.
I'm sorry it took so long for my messengers to obtain the necessary permissions. Still, if we take a carriage right now, we should arrive at the palace shortly before the gates open. Yeah, I didn't know it opened up so early. Oh, well, this is actually a special exception. Since this is a matter that needs to be kept quiet from the main Genji house, the Minister of the Left thought you should come when you were unlikely to see any palace outsiders.
That's a good whistle. Nice thinking, Lady Karuko. Of course, I expect we still have someone waiting around to do once we get there. But hey, that means we ought to get to see Lord Doman first thing in the morning, right?
Yes, that's true.
You hear that, Soul?
I'm fine. I'm not sleepy. I can do this. Right, Master. Also, this is a long story segment. Good gracious, are these all monsters for the first arrow? I never thought I'd get to ride in a carriage. Is this you're heading out, Mordred? Alright, thanks for stopping by, man. It was nice chatting with you, and I will see you next time. No, not at all. Typically, carriage is only for nobility. Normally, it would be unthinkable for a shinobi like myself to so much as set foot in one. Ah, this is so exciting. I cannot believe I got to ride in a carriage not once, but twice. Karuko? Oh, no, it's nothing. I just, well... Master, I'm detecting vicious magical energy signals outside of the carriage. There are monsters afoot, but don't worry. Lord Simi's spell should keep them away from us. We will just have to go around them, that's all.
Too much trouble. Come on, boss. I bet seeing a little Ashigori sumo will wake you right up. Lady Karuko, you and your servants can just sit back and enjoy the show, too. Let's do it.
Right. Hostile is confirmed. Moving to eradicate now, Master.
Let's do it. Let's eradicate them all.
Let's see here. I'm looking at Galileo here. It looks like he wasn't murderized, from what I'm reading here with Galileo. He was just, under permanent house arrest by the church. Pretty much died of a heart attack. B.A. You're getting into ancient spellcrafts. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on the server. I will freely admit it has been a while, but hopefully I'll be able to start playing relatively soon. Okay, I'll look it up here, Andy. I will look it up. I think I can start prepping NP now.
for sure now, actually, because... Yeah. Nope, wrong button. Boop, boop, boop. Who found the... Of course, Google is listening to me, because as soon as I type in who found, that shows up. Ah, Pythagoras! I completely tried to forget about Pythagoras because of the Pythagorean theorem. Curse the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, yeah, so Pythagoras was the first one that proposed a spherical Earth. Give me a moment here. Kentucky now. Yep, Greek philosophers. So, the history of geodesy is the idea that... So, geodesy is the development of the measurements and representations of the Earth. So there is no account for how the sphericity of Earth was discovered. It was initially simply a guess, it looks like. Ooh, Lancers this time. So this time we'll just bring XAN for the combat, I think. Let's see here. It's possible that it was the experience of travelers that suggested such an explanation based on the variance in altitudes. Oh, I didn't even realize this was a double node. A BAQ is probably the best here. Plato looks like he might have been. So Pythagoras theorized it in the 5th century BC. Pythagoras was later supported by Aristotle. Plato also taught his students the Earth was a sphere, but he offered no justification. It was just more of a trust me, bro, essentially. So Pythagoras is where it started. It then went on to Plato and Aristotle. Archimedes. Can't forget about Archimedes, you know. That's dang Archimedes. And then there is Eratosthenes, who is a Hellenistic astronomer who worked in Egypt. And he calculated the Earth's circumference with only a 1 to 15% margin of error, which is pretty darn impressive, actually. Pretty darn impressive that he got so close to the size. But yeah, there's a lot of, I'll look up that name. Of course, this is a simple thing, is it? I'll do this. That. Lower Castoria. I said lower Castoria. There we go. Stars are nicely distributed. So we do that. And we'll lead BQ. So let's see. Ferdinand Magal. Ah, Portuguese explorer. Okay. I'm not seeing anything with regards to him, with regards to Round Earth, unfortunately, Andy. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything with regards to Round Earth and him.
I'm amazed we made it to the palace without having to take a single detour. That was truly an impressive performance. I still can't quite believe you defeated all those monsters so easily.
Hey, it's daylight now. That's a weight off our shoulders. Oh man, now I'm feeling sleepy.
How silly. Were you not the one saying fighting would wake us all up?
Yeah, is that sort of thing common around here? The monsters?
Yes, we do tend to see a lot of monsters in the middle of the night, or right before dawn.
Yeah, those kinds of things really prefer darkness. They almost never show their faces when the sun's out. The only thing you gotta worry about during the daylight is Oni.
That truly does sound nightmarish. I had no idea Heian-Kyo was such a dangerous place. Be that as it may, Kyo is still the most prosperous city in all of Japan. Indeed, I dare say it would be impossible for any other town to surpass its scale. Even the town of Hakata Otsu, which serves as the Japanese key trade port with China, is still a far cry from Kyo's size. Yet, despite that,
We still gotta deal with monsters, but hey, what are you gonna do? Heian-Kyo wouldn't be what it was today if it hadn't been for the great Sai Tashogun Sakane no Tamamura. And all the other warriors who fought and died to claim victory here. And of course, when you got winners, you also got losers. So what happened to the losers? Maybe they all die off. Or maybe they head out to the fields and mountains and spend the rest of their days nursing a real bad grudge. The kind that lasts generations. When they die like that, they probably come back to haunt the people they see as responsible for their fate. And it wouldn't be any surprise if their grudge caused them to turn into Oni or Gumo while they're alive. That sounds like a pretty bad grudge.
Lord Kentucky.
Just kidding. If everyone that lost a war really did turn into monsters, society as we know it would have been wiped out long ago. So no, I don't think that's where all the Oni and Tsuchigumo come from. Just some of them. I wonder which side Otekemaru came down on, and whether he changed his mind after Lord Tamaramaro beat him. And then there's his wife, Lady Suzuka Gozen. Some people say she was Oni herself, or maybe the daughter of the Demon King, but who knows. Maybe she was just a really tough warrior from a powerful family, one without any horns or flame breath or anything. Not that we'll ever know now, of course. Yeah, we totally won't know. Anyways, some of the losers who nursed a hell of a grudge gave themselves over to darkness.
And even now, they threaten Kyo during the night.
You got it.
Okay, yeah, Yep, I see. Okay, I'm seeing it now. He's the first one to complete a full circuit of the globe. I see that now. Looking through his stuff. Here we are, everyone. We have arrived at the Imperial Palace. Then, if you'll excuse me. Lady Danjo, she's here. I don't see her anywhere, though. Is she still in the carriage? No, she's not. That's strange. Yeah, the less said, the better. I could have sworn I saw her here. I even thought I'd heard her voice. But if you're sure, I suppose it must have been my imagination. Perhaps it's because I didn't sleep last night. Well, that certainly won't do now. I need to be clear-headed in my best behavior here. No, not just me. That goes for all of you, too. Remember, the palace does not tolerate any rudeness whatsoever. So please, make sure to take extra care with how you speak and conduct yourselves. Is that clear? Of course.
Got it. No, wait. I mean... I'm aware, Lady Kaoruko. Rest assured, I, Ekori Sakata Kentoki of the Genji clan, have matters well in hand.
Please be sure you do. One transgression will see us all lose our heads. Myself included. Alright, let us be on our way. Yeah, I kind of like my head attached to my body. Not gonna lie. Lord Ashiya Doman, the current head of Onmyoju. I have indeed heard rumors that he is somewhere inside the Imperial Palace. He would not be usually here this early, but apparently he is in the middle of performing a crucial ritual with the rest of the Onmyo Bureau. so he's at the palace day and night for the time being. I do not, however, know exactly where to find him within the palace. All I can do is show you around when no one else is around. Whatever you do, please make sure to absolutely sure you do not go anywhere the Emperor or Lady Shoshi may be.
Understood. Understood.
Good, then please continue this way. Although Lady Shoshi's father, Lord Michinaga, has taken up residence in the palace, we should not have to worry about running into him at this time of day. So please, do not worry about that.
Got it. Whoa there. Hold up, Lady Kaoruko. There's someone headed this way. Whoever it is, they've got a real glamorous air about them. Could be a lady in waiting, or... Hello!
Oh, well hello there. What a surprise the others up and about at this hour. You're the one of Lady Shoshi's ladies in waiting, aren't you? Murasaki something, wasn't it? Good morning, Lady Takako. My name is Fujiwara no Kaoruko. I am also known as Murasaki Shikibu. That's it, Murasaki Shikibu. I've been reading your stories for a long time now. Yes? I'm sorry, but who might you be?
Alright, where's my manners? I'm Sakata Kentoki of the Genji family. We've come to see Lord Doman about an important matter.
Well, how very polite of you. I suppose this must be your first time seeing me in this form.
Huh?
You mean you don't remember? Come now, think back to when we first came down that mountain in Sagami. Oh, but then again, you were so young that day. Maybe you really couldn't tell your foxes from your tanuki back then. I do beg your pardon.
Not at all.
We do appreciate everything you do for the city of Kyo, Lord Sakata Kentoki. As for the young man with the dark hair, I couldn't help but notice you seem rather transfixed with me. Have we met somewhere before? If we have, I'm afraid I can't remember. I am Takao, one of the Emperor's concubines. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all mine. We cannot call her Tamamo. What is it, Soul? Cat got your tongue or something? Oh, I got you. It wasn't a cat, it was a pretty noble lady. Sorry about that, Lady Takako. I hope you can forgive my young friend here.
I see, yes, that's quite alright. You certainly are a straightforward one, aren't you? You there. You can see, can't you? How strange, my illusions are perfect. No one but Lord Sammy should be able to see my tails with ears atop my head. No matter how gifted you may be, this should be entirely impossible. And yet you saw through my illusion like it was nothing. Are you sure we haven't met somewhere before? If you and I already have a connection of some kind, that would be a different story.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain.
Oh my, I see. Then we do have a connection of sorts. So it seems you aren't here for me, so you truly are here to see Lord Doman. Well then, that's quite alright. I'm happy to keep my nose out of your affairs. So I do hope you'll return the favor and keep my little secret. Do we have an understanding?
Yes. Tamamo no Mai. Why you're here, I have no idea. Why Tamamo's actually here.
Oh boy. Good, then do take care, won't you? For I'm told Oni and vengeful spirits have taken to prowling even within the palace walls of late.
Phew. I don't know what it is, but there was something about her that made my blood run cold. Me, Kaidomaru of the Ashigara. I guess this means she's more fearsome than the giant bears in Ashigara? Man, this stuff's exactly what I don't understand, woman.
Are you alright, Lord Soul? You seem like you're discussing something very private. I've never exchanged more than a few pleasantries with Lady Takako myself.
I'm okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about either, but... Excuse me, please. I didn't sense his approach. How the hell did he get behind Soul without me noticing? I do beg your pardon. Can I have a moment of your time, young man? I couldn't help but notice the many impurities circling around your head. They may have something to do with your unusual manner of dress, but no matter. Please, remain still. Exorcising evil spirits, huh? And you did it so easily, without even needing to light any sacred fire. Pretty clear why they say you're one of the best Omyoju we've had in ages. There we go, that should do it. Have you run into any creatures of the night lately? Well, that won't do at all. You nearly brought the impurities within you into the palace. But that's alright. Now that I've exorcised them, we have nothing to worry about.
Doman.
Yes, that is me.
Oh my goodness, I'm so terribly sorry. Though I've been fortunate enough to study under Lord Seme, I had no idea some residual anger from the monstrosities that roam Kyo at night was still clinging to you. I do hope you can forgive me, Lord Soul.
Then you mean...
Did you just help me, huh?
It is good to see you again, Lady Karoko. I mean, Lady Murasaki Shikibu, and you, Lord Sakata Kentoki. As for you, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Indeed, my name is Ashia Doman. I am but a humble Onmyoji. With the great Lord Abe no Seme absent, I, along with all the capable Onmyoji in the Onmyoji Bureau, have been attempting to fill his shoes. As it is my task to protect the Imperial Palace, albeit in a matter wholly separate from our valiant warriors, I was duty-bound to do something about the impurities I saw clinging to you, however minor.
Soul.
Goodness me, it seems you're not overly fond of me. Perhaps I shouldn't have been so hasty in stepping in to exorcise you. I'm afraid I don't understand why it is you're so wary of me. But it's quite alright, I'm but a humble Onmyoji after all. I'm well aware that Lord Abe no Seme has loved the people the way I never will. Indeed, the public seems to view me as something of a villain. So do not worry, I'm accustomed to such dislike.
It's not about public opinion, huh?
Oh? Then may I ask how you already know about me? Surely you can't have heard anything from the missing Lord Seme.
Donzo. I've been doing my best to keep letting blab on without getting him off. I can't wait anymore. Is this the bastard you guys were telling me about? Or is this our Limbo guy right here? Right. Master Lord Kentucky, forgive me for remaining hidden while I speak. This man here does indeed look exactly like Limbo. However, I cannot sense any of Limbo's unmistakable malice from him. In fact, I sense nothing evil about him at all. It's almost as if the very type of magical energy he uses is completely different from Limbo.
That's so, then this guy and Limbo must be different people. This is great, Donzo. Just knowing that's a big help. Lord Kentucky, do I perhaps have something on my face?
Nah, you don't. We just wanted to see you check up on something we have. We're all good now. If my friend there can't seem to stop shuddering, well, it's probably because he's never met an Onmyoji before. Can't blame him, really, since he's from really far away.
Oh, I see. Do you mean like Sagami or somewhere thereabouts?
Something like that. What's all this commotion?
Oh, where do you think you are, Doman? Have you forgotten you stand in the Emperor's palace?
Lord Michinaga.
Oh, Kaoruko, it's you. And you're Kaido Maru of the Genji clan. I don't recognize you. Who are you?
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Story! This is a long section. Holy cow, this is some beefy chapters. The palace played host to unusual guests today. The palace is the highest political institution in all of Japan, where the emperor himself resides. Not even warriors of the acclaimed Genji clan or those who serve Lord Michinaga himself could easily gain entry. And yet, in spite of all that, this young warrior and his companions said they wished to visit. Their reason? To meet with Lord Ashia Doman, the Onmyoji currently serving in Lord Abe no Seme's absence. Along with this man who has always seemed vaguely unsettling to me despite his soft demeanor. Fortunately, the young warriors were successful. Their business now concluded, I thought they would turn around and leave right away. But as luck would have it, it was then that none other than Lord Michinaga, the Minister of the Left and the Emperor's father-in-law, should appear. I was so shocked I feared my heart would leap out of my mouth. The end. Excerpt from a diary. Murasaki's diary, I'm guessing.
I'm glad to see you in good health, Lord Minister of the Left. This young man here is my apprentice. I expect he will someday be equal to even the 4 Heavenly Kings.
Thanks, Kentoki!
I'm responsible for bringing him here, so I beg you, please, be lenient with him.
Lord Michinaga, these are the 2 visitors I told you about the other.
Silence, Kaoruko. I'm speaking with Kaido Maru right now.
Yes, Lord Michinaga, forgive me.
Now, you there, boy. Let me take a look at you. Oh? How odd, it seems you are truly unafraid, even in the presence of the Minister of the Left. I see, so you are one of the Genji's up-and-coming warriors. Kaido Maru never mentioned that. If you had shown the slightest sign of fear, I would have declared you an interloper and lopped your head off where you stand. But, seems you are made of stern stuff indeed. Have you perhaps encountered a great malicious spirit before? If you have, yet you retain your sanity, that you must be of a kind with Naraka and Kaido Maru there. Wouldn't you agree, Kaido Maru? I would. While such monster bloodlines have no place in nobility, they can be quite useful in warriors, as Mitsunaka has demonstrated. You may raise your head, warrior of Ashigara. I will not reproach you for this transgression. Thank you, Lord Mi. Now, why have you done it? You said you had a reason for this. Very well. Tell me what it is. Yes, sir. Oh boy, now what do I do? Just our luck to run into the Minister of the Left like this. And in front of Lord Doman, no less. So, what do I do? If I mess up here, all our heads will roll for sure. Well, Sakata Kentoki, that'll be a good challenge in its own right. Alright, time to steel myself. I'm just gonna have to make him understand what's at stake. Kaido Maru. I know you're not a frequent visitor to the palace, and especially not at this early hour. I also heard from Karuko you wish for an audience with this Omioji. Nothing chocolate. Why is that? Tell me why you have done this, Kaido Maru. It's the Imperial Holy Grail War. All those claims about the Imperial Holy Grail War bringing Kyo 1,000 years of peace are a pack of lies. Oh? The Imperial Holy Grail War's aims are pure malice. We believe it is all a villain's scheme and that it will lead to a great uprising that threatens the peace of the entire city of Kyo. So please, Lord Minister of the Left, we beg of you, please reconsider going ahead with the Imperial Holy Grail War. A villain's scheme. But Lord Seme himself detailed the workings of this ritual in the letter he sent. A villain's scheme that will lead to a great uprising, Of all the things I thought you might say, have you forgotten, Kaido Maru, this contest was Samai's own proposal? I can understand how an innocent youth of the mountains of the east may not fully grasp the weight of the words of the greatest Omioji of our time hold. That is no excuse to not think before you speak. Remember, Kyo was already beset by constant threats to its peace. It will be easy to dismiss this Imperial Holy Grail War as something not to be trusted. If true, the 1,000 years of peace we stand to gain in exchange for the lives of a few foreign sorcerers is a most worthy prize. If it should prove to be false, then we shall be no more worse off than we are now. Am I wrong, Kaido Maru? But Lord Minister of the Left, I'm told that we only know about this ritual from... the hell with it. Come on, Minister. How do you even know this letter even came from Lord Seme? For all we know, it could have just easily be a fake. Don't you see how damn fishy this all is? Come on, Minister. This has got to be some kind of villain's plan.
Lord Kentoki, stop, please. You mustn't speak to Lord Michinaga in such a coarse manner.
Sorry about that. I mean, forgive me, Lord Minister of the Left. But I meant every word I said. Please, at least believe me about that. You have certainly never been this insistent about anything before, Kaido Maru. I can also see you by no means inexperienced liar. You say a villain is behind this? Tell me more. Well, what do you know? You're a lot more reasonable than I thought, Michinaga.
Lord Kentoki?
Man called Limbo. Oh. I'm positive he's the one behind it. Go on. So you believe this to be the scheme of the villain from another world, do you? Fascinating. Indeed, we do know that there are worlds beyond Japan and China, as evidenced by the different casters from distant lands we've already seen. And it does stand to reason that not every person from these other worlds will be kind and pure of heart. So I can see the logic behind your claims. However, everything about the letter we received, from the crest on its seal to the strokes in its writing, matches Samu's other letters. Isn't that right, Doman? Yes, Lord Minister. I'm certain of it. I still don't trust that Doma guy, but Danzo says it ain't him. I'll just have to trust that it ain't. Besides, accusing of being Limbo now won't get us anywhere. Is something wrong?
It's nothing.
Furthermore, you have no evidence to verify your claims. It is one thing to make claims about this Limbo person being behind it all, but as of now we only have your word. And we cannot halt the Imperial Holy Grail War on your word alone. Damn it, I should have seen this coming. Of course that's how it was gonna go, even when we had no plan for things to go like they have. Right now the only proof we got is Sol and the rest of Chaldean's word. I believe him. I'm already totally on board, but of course Lord Michinaka isn't gonna go for it. Especially when he doesn't have the same bad feeling about all this that I got. So what do we do now? However, I'm a reasonable man. If you claim that the Imperial Holy Grail War is in fact a wicked scheme that must be stopped, then bring me proof. Michinaka. Watch your tongue, Kaidomaru! Now, as I was saying, you may either bring me proof that this is all some wicked scheme, or if all the masters remain in the Imperial Holy Grail War were to refuse to compete, that would effectively halt the ritual as well. Lord Michinaka, that would. Am I wrong? No, it would indeed be impossible to complete the ritual if the masters refused to participate. As I thought. And those are not the only ways. If the Genji clan, the protectors of our city, were to determine that the Imperial Holy Grail is indeed evil, I would certainly be willing to believe them. There are few tasks more important than protecting the city where the Emperor resides. So if the clan charged with the task were to abandon the ritual in favor of protecting the city, I would certainly have no grounds to object. How does that sound? Yeah, you really are a reasonable guy, Michinaka. Sora. Watanabe no Suna. Brother Suna. I overheard your discussion, my apologies. I never thought we would both ask to enter the palace, Kintoki, let alone do so at the same time. Unfortunately for him, Lord Minister of the Left, your proposal will not be possible. I am both the Master of the Imperial Grail War and a member of the Genji clan, which means neither of your conditions can be met. For our motive, I am devoted to seeing the Imperial Holy Grail War thought through to completion. Oh, if it isn't Suna, the warrior of the Genji, entrusted with the prize he carry. Hahaha, seems as though you have your work cut out for you, Kintoki. Suna. Kintoki. I told you I would have you show me your left hand the next time we met. Did you now? If we were not in the Imperial Palace right now, I query I would take a look at right now and cut you down where you stand. However, seems the terrain advantage lies with you now. So you made me go back on my word. It seems that here, at least, you are the superior fighter. Well, thanks. That's awfully nice of you. She's gonna have an aneurysm. Both of you, stop now. Oh, brave and powerful Genji warriors, please. Please, no further. This is the Imperial Palace. You simply cannot fight here. I beg of you, do stay your blades. Yeah, I don't trust that this isn't the Doman we all hate. We're still going with the freaking Section 4. The next arrow is another no battle arrow. Gracious goodness, goodness gracious. So there we have it. We might not be any closer to finding Limbo, but at least we now know he and Lord Doman are different people. As the Minister of the Light even gave us a chance to stop the whole Imperial Holy Grail War. I'd say we got luckier than we could have hoped for. All we gotta do is either get the Genji clan or the other masters to wash their hands of it. So, what's our next move?
While Lord Watanabe no Suna doesn't pose a major threat, if we put him aside for now, I believe our best option would be to find the 3 remaining pairs of masters and servants. Unless it would be easier to convince a majority of the Genji clans to denounce the Imperial Holy Grail War instead.
Nah, you're right. Boss Raiko ain't gonna be much help right now, so sorry about that.
We need to gather information then.
Right on. Gotcha. Man, you don't waste a second, do ya? I like it. You almost remind me of the Imperial officers. You're used to poking around unfamiliar places or something, Soul. Then I'll have to make sure I don't fall behind.
I'm not used to it, but we need to do what needs to be done.
You got that right. Okay then, let's go see what the hot gossip is.
The city is so much livelier now than it was at night. The difference is truly, well, night and day. I suppose I should have expected as much. No, truly, this is what it should be like all the time.
Pretty much. Come to think of it, you two still haven't seen what it's like during day, huh? Guess that makes sense, since we had to stay inside Haruko's house all day yesterday.
Hey, it's Kentoki. I knew it was you. Hi, Kentoki.
Oh, if it isn't Kaido of the Sagami. Have you grown even bigger than the last time I saw you? Tell me, does the leader of the Genji know you're going around town with such a lovely lady?
Here, Kentoki, have some mochi. Don't worry, it's my treat.
Oh, hey, this is great. We don't even have to go around. People looking for people to talk to us. They're coming to us. That'll save us some time. Everyone, you heard anything about weird happenings lately?
Are we talking about nighttime or daytime? It better be day, with all the monsters that come out at night. You haven't seen any Tengu much lately. The only weird thing I can think of is that Oni, the one from Mount Oe. Well, her, she's no big deal. The Genji are around to handle exactly that kind of thing. Me, I'm more worried about the Tsuchigumo. I heard they've even been showing up around Sai Road at night lately. At night? Well, that's no surprise. At nighttime, they show up around Suzuka Avenue, too. What? No, they don't. Come on, Kaidomaru, tell them I'm right.
Huh? No, I'm not so sure.
Oh, you don't? Oh, no, you don't. This is the only sorts of Tsuchigumo Genji War needs to worry about are the big ones. It's the officer's job to handle the monsters that wander around Kyo at night, right?
Thanks for saying so. We don't usually divide the work up that neat and tidy, but yeah, that's basically right.
Oh, Kentoki, what about this steel monster?
Yeah?
The giant monster that walks around at night. Yes, we've heard of it. The steel monster, a great hulking beast that wanders the streets of Kyo at night that towers over the average person. That's it. You know anything? You know the Inari Shrine down the road from the palace? Well, my big sister said she saw it slipping out from the grounds there. So there are monsters out there that not even the great virtues of Inari can do anything about. Yeah, 'cause that's scary. Oh, you mean the shrine where they keep the Inari Pelican? Yeah, I think I've heard that one too. My cousin has a daughter who lives out near Nishibojo Alley, and she said a big steel monster shows up around midnight making weird creaking noises.
So how long has the steel monster been showing up? Has it always been around, or is it more of a recent thing?
I'm not sure. I think I heard about it yesterday, or maybe the day before. My sister said she saw it yesterday. Master. Right around the time, we better get looking into it. Indeed, indeed. Yes, Master.
Then let's go check it out. Danzo, let Kaoruko know we'll be coming back late, will ya?
Understood.
Alright, so we're gonna be confronting Babbage.
And it's night again! The Inari Shrine, the final chapter of the final node of Section 4. Good gracious, this has been a long one. Oh boy. We'll bring Kentoki, and we'll switch back to having Gil in the lead. And let's go. Gil is doing some really good work in this event, you know? Really good work. Pardon the yawn.
Alright, it's nighttime now. So far, there ain't been anything weird. Man, it's been forever since I had company at a stakeout. Detective in a cop show.
Guess you're used to this sort of thing, huh, Kentoki?
Not as much as an actual officer. Catching thieves and looking for people is usually their thing. Our job's to deal with the Oni trying to take over Kyo and take out the monsters like the Great Tsuchigumo. We also exercise ghosts that show up in temples or noble houses, take care of any stragglers who crop up in the rebellion in eastern Japan, things like that, basically. But every now and then, we get jobs that involve taking a page from one of the officers' books like this. Jobs that involve laying low, hiding out, and investigating the truth behind a rumor or so. Though it's all a pain in the ass, there's just so many people out in the city. And any place with a lot of people seems like it always has more than its share of trouble.
Don't care much for a crowd for people?
Nah, it ain't that. Did I mention I grew up on a mountain? It was Mount Ashigara, way off to the east in a place called Sagami. And of course, there weren't any other people around. Only other things there were beasts, and more beasts. Oh, and the occasional Oni. So I never saw this kind of thing back up on the mountain.
There weren't any kids running around laughing, or mothers cooking, or men working. Like I said, there weren't any other people up there at all. So now that I live in the city and I see this sort of thing all the time, I've really come to love them. Not sure I'll ever really feel at home in the city, and I'm not big on crowds. Still love those people anyway. I mean, I guess I like the way the beasts up on the mountain were about living their lives, doing whatever they felt like, too. But even though it's really similar, it ain't quite the same thing, is it, huh? I guess the best way I can put it is, they're different, but they're also not.
I get you. I vibe. I'm back, Master. As you wished, I informed Lady Karuka that we would return late this evening.
Great. Thanks, Danzo.
Also, on my way here, I ran a quick scan of the Inari Shrine grounds and the surrounding area. I discovered a small shrine over by the tall grass that leads directly to a natural cavern.
Nice! That's really golden. Right, Soul? Golden! Hell yeah.
I love that we gave him the golden catchphrase.
So there's an underground cave out here in the Inari Shrine, huh? You're right, it does look like it was naturally formed. I wonder how far back it goes. Probably ain't that deep, since I'm not feeling much in the way of wind, but... what do you know? I'm usually pretty dense when it comes to these sorts of things, but even I can tell there's something unusual here.
Indeed, my sensors are detecting the same thing.
Excuse me.
This cavern may not be very deep, but it is located right on top of a ley line, rich in magical energy.
We can use more magical energy than usual, right? I don't know anything about magical energy, but I can tell there's something ominous about this place. Perfect for a monster nest or an Omioji sacred fire. So does this mean there's a good place or a bad one?
If Lady Mash were here, she could put down a summoning circle. But never mind that now. The important thing is, this cave could be a tremendous asset to any participant in the Holy Grail War. I would be an invaluable source of magical energy for Master and heroic spirit alike, and for the Imperial Holy Grail War, it would be a key strategic point for any caster.
So that means... looks like we hit the jackpot on our first try. There's something in there. Could be monsters, or Oni, or Tsuchigumo. Hell, maybe it's even another visitor from a different world.
Magical energy signal detected up ahead. Measuring energy level now. Whatever they are, they're not servants.
Basic automatons.
Yep, flashbacks to London.
So these are the things. So these things are the steel monsters those people were talking about.
If Helter Skelters are here, does that mean?
Interesting. These things are really made out of solid steel. They may look like it, but they ain't sets of armor. We haven't heard a name yet, so they aren't masters. So I guess that means that we've got ourselves some casters.
No, they themselves are not casters. I suspect they are familiars, or perhaps clones. Here they come. Okay. This shouldn't be that bad.
This should not be that bad.
Pardon the yawn. Ooh, I just popped my elbow real nice. Okay, Steel Enigma. With lots of little guys. But I see it's a 10 thing, so maybe I just need to take out the Steel Enigma here. So we'll do a little something like this. And that. And just boost him. Alright, Kentucky. Delete. Very nicely done. And we'll save Gil for later, because I imagine... Okay, it's still going, so these things are probably going to just keep getting stronger as we eliminate them. Kentucky pretty much has another NP ready to fire here. Close. Very close. Oh, this is gonna be an easy wave. Easy wave. Oh, easy wave. Such an easy wave. Let's see. Probably Kentucky this turn, Gil next turn. That should be... Oh no, I did use this skill. I just have brain farts, I guess. We should be fine still. We got some good star weight on people, so... Let's do this. Crit. Shit, no crit. Alright, so Gil's definitely got it with his NP as long as it's not an actual tough enemy for the last one. And it's not, thankfully. So, delete with Gilgamesh. Okay, nice. I am still low on dust, which I kind of forgot that I'm low on, but it's fine. It's fine. Defeat.
They stopped. That was weirdly easy. Were those things illusions or something?
No, I believe they were either familiars or clones, as I originally suspected.
So they were Shikigami, huh?
Something like that. This cavern may not lie right on the intersection between all the city's ley lines, but still abundant in dense magical energy. It would be a tremendous asset for a caster. It would also be the perfect nest for certain types of monsters. I expect the caster who discovered this cave likely placed those things down to ward off unwelcome creatures.
Gotcha. Those things weren't nearly enough to take down a master, so it makes a lot of sense they were being used for pest control instead.
Helter-skelters, to be specific. Yes.
Oh yeah, you said that much before too. What are those?
Charles Babbage's familiars.
Babbage. Now that's a foreign name if I ever heard one. What's he like? Where's he from? Is he one of your allies from Chaldea? Or is he a caster from a foreign land like I'm guessing?
I'm not entirely sure how to describe him, but you may think of him as a caster. However, even if he is the same heroic spirit we know, he'll be a completely different person now that he has been summoned to this time and place.
Huh?
My apologies, Charles Babbage is indeed a caster. He's a heroic spirit who made a mark on humanity in the distant past, well, considering our current time period, I would suppose it would be the distant future. And we do indeed know his name and what he looks like at Chaldea.
Okay.
He invented the difference engine.
Difference engine? What's that?
He dreamed of a different world.
A different world?
The difference engine would later be further developed into the analytical engine. I'm told it was a landmark invention that enabled people to perform calculations well beyond human capability, which in turn led to great cultural developments. Lord Babbage hoped to use it to bring about a new chapter in human history. But that dream never came to pass.
Huh? Okay.
Cruel twist of fate prevented Lord Babbage from completing the difference engine in his lifetime. But inspired by his ideas, humanity would go on to create devices of equal capability, which they then used to achieve other incredible things. Now the Lord Babbage, who has materialized as a heroic spirit, dreams of another historical timeline, a hypothetical world where he succeeded at completing the difference engine. Alternatively, it may be that Lord Babbage is able to see the pruning theoretical phenomenon.
The pruning theoretical phenomenon. Oh right, the pruning theoretical phenomenon. I remember now. I think you mentioned that when you guys were telling me your story. Let's see, I think the pruning theoretical phenomenon means futures that could have happened if circumstances were different.
Yes.
I knew it.
As long as human history remains human history, there will always be tomorrow that can never become today. Thus it is the fate of humanity that all tomorrows which will never be part of the chronicle theoretical phenomenon will be pruned away.
Gotcha. Well, not really. But basically, you're saying this guy was inscribed in humanity for doing something he never actually managed to do. And now he gets summoned in time periods indifferent from his own, while still dreaming his old dreams, right? That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard in a long time.
It is kind of sad when you really think about it. Poor Babbage. At least he's got a daughter figure in Fran. Alright, we got a quartz, 2 rainbow threads, and 2 pure prisms, and that's the end of this section. Finally! Took an hour and 15 minutes, but we finished section 4. So section 5 will begin here momentarily. I will take a quick drink so I can split this when the time comes.